Hello everybody, how are we today? It is Saturday the 11th of October. Welcome everybody. My name is Beck Hall. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Melbourne, Australia. And I come here every Saturday morning and go live and do a bit of crafting with you all. So let me know if you're joining me. It would be good to see some comments happening to make sure that I know I'm in the right spot and I am indeed live. If you see a little live button up here, that means you're watching me live. If not, you're watching or catching me on the replay. So let me know either way if you're here. I'm trying to get my comments up, but it's not happening. What's going on here? Good morning, Megan. Hey, Julie. How you going? Hey, Judy. Thanks for joining me. All right. So, hey, Leanne. How are you? So, I am super excited. I got some new stuff yesterday, but I haven't had a chance to play with it. So today I'm going to have a bit of a play with all of the new storage stuff that has come out from Stampin' Up! So we have new cases that our stamps and dies are coming in. So let me just quickly show you here. So this is the new cases that they're coming in. This is one of the new products that are coming out in November. So I can't wait to share that with you all, but I can't share it just yet. I can't even show you the PDF. I can't even show you the front cover of the PDF. I can't show you anything of it yet, but I can show you this product that I've got. So, so I'm super excited. Look how skinny they are. Like, they're super thin, and this has both these. They come separate. So let me show you. They do come separate. So they come like, so this is another one. So this is the stamp, and then these are the dies, and they come separate in these like super thin folders. But what I have done is I've put the stamp in with the die. So this has got stamp and die in it, and look, oh, where am I going? Look how super skinny it is. So I am super excited to have a play with these today and see how I'm going to use it and storage. And I will come back to you with what I've come up with eventually with it. So can't wait to have a play with that. But we're going to do some crafting this morning. So let me see who's joining me. I saw that tip, Megan. Yes, I have a different idea about that. So I'm going to have a play. I'm not going to share just yet. I'm going to have a play, and then I will let you all know what I come up with. So, hey Sonia, thanks for coming. Hey Marianne, thanks for joining me. Hey Glenda, Jill, Cheryl, how are you all? You got some pre-orders too, Leon. How exciting is it? Oh, it's so good. Hey Evelyn. Alright, so today I am going to play with the gorgeously cute stamp set, Festive Friends. Have a look at this, my friends. How cute is this stamp set? Oh my god, amazing. So I'm going to show you a couple of tips and what I've done with the stamp set, and we'll see how we go. But I need you to give me a colour, a DSP. So obviously a Christmas DSP. So let me know what Christmas DSP you want me to work with this morning. I'm not winging it. I have made some samples that I will show you later on. So, but I'm going to get you guys to help me, because this is what we do here on Saturday morning, right? So let me know a DSP that you want me to work with. Hey Anne, how you going? Hey Renee. Oh Megan, you've got this one. How cool is it? I love it. It's just so cute. All right, so let me flip you down if you don't want to see my ugly bug. Real Red. Well, that's a cardstock, but I need a DSP. So what DSP am I going to work with? We have the one, well, we could use the one we used on Wednesday, which is the snowflakey one. We have this one. I haven't used this one. Maybe we could use this one. Modern Christmas. I've not used this one yet. Should I use, oh, alright. What if I use this Modern Christmas one? See, this has got all the little glittery and the little snow trees and the... What if I use this one and we use Cherry Cobbler and Real Red with it? Or Cherry Cobbler, Real Red and something else. What do you think? Does that sound like a plan? Give me a thumbs up if you think it's a plan. Or should I use something different? Let me know. What do you want me to use? This has got quite a few. This is like got lots of glimmer stuff in it. So we've got, you know, bits of each. Got fa la la la. Yes, use this one. Sounds like a plan. All right, done. Awesome. You guys are easily pleased, I tell you. All right, so we need some card bases first. So I'm going to just choose, well, obviously I'm going to go maybe a black. I'm going to do black. So I'm going to get a black card base out, and then perhaps maybe a white. And I've got some up here in white that I've prepared earlier because this is just my little stash as I showed you before. So we've got some white, we've got some black. Let me trim this one down. Morning, Beck, would you show the current stamp case and then use... I can do that, Mary, no problemo. So this is the new one here. So this is a new one, and this is the current stamp case. So they are quite bigger or taller as such, and they're a lot thicker. So if I grab a couple of them here, so if I was to put like, now don't forget this one has stamp and dies, this one has stamp and dies in it. So if you were to go to, look, it's not even as thick as that, like that's just puffed out. So you could probably say you would get 3 lots of stamp and dies in the things together, and it would be the same thickness as a normal stamp case, but they are taller. So for my friends at home playing along, if you've got some sort of shelving system all set for this height, they will not fit in at that height. So hope that helps, Mary. All right, so let me, I've got my trimmer. Oh, well, that's what I was doing. I got distracted by Mary's question. So they are 9 inches tall, Ruth. So 9 inch, I'm not sure what that is. Let me measure in centimetres. Let me get my handy dandy ruler out. They're 9 inches, or in our terms is 23 centimetres. So 23 centimetres tall by 15 centimetres wide. So 5 and 5/8 in inches, or 14.5 centimetres, sorry. 14.5 centimetres wide. So I hope that helps. Yeah. It's not quite 22.5. So it'd be closer to 23 centimetres, Julie, I think. Well, that's what it says anyway. Alright. So I'm going to cut my card base down. Now I do need a new blade, so this is probably going to cut a furry edge for me. Yes, it did. I need a new blade, and I forgot to put it into my order, so I'm going to have to do another order. What a shame. Isn't that a shame? Now, if you do have a blade that has a bit of a furry edge, like once your blade gets a bit old, you get a bit of this furry edge happening. I'm not sure if you can see that on the screen or not, but you can see, if you've been crafting for a little while, you'll see that furry edge. So all I do is I have my little block here that I made, and I've just adhered like a really skinny emery board to it, and then I just hold it in my hands and I run it down either side of the card like that, and it just takes that furry edge off so that you don't have that little fluffy edge on the card base. But that's if you need a new blade and you haven't got one at hand like me right now. Alright, so we'll do one in white, because here's one I prepared earlier, and we'll do one in the black base. Alright, so we'll see how quick we can get 2 cards done. Alright, so that's our card bases there. Now, with these dies that come with the stamp set, so you get like the 3 little characters and the Christmas tree as stamps. They're red rubber, so it'll be, probably some of the last red rubbers. But it also comes with this little banner die. It comes with a little Christmas tree die, a taller Christmas tree as well, and it came with like these couple of snowflake dies as well, and like a little star. But it came with this. Now this was a tag die, right? So I cut it off. It was supposed to come, how can I show you here like this if I get this? So this came and this was attached up here, but I didn't want to cut it as a tag all the time because I kind of liked the shape, right? Sorry, just bear with me. I'm all thumbs with all of these band-aids on my fingers. So it came and it was like that. But I didn't want it to be a tag all the time. And you guys know me that I'm a huge one to cut things to make it work for me, right? So that's what I did. I went and got my tin snips and I cut it off. Because now I can still add that in and make it a tag, but now I've also got the option to just make it like a nice rounded square as such. Okay, so that's what I did with mine. So we're going to use that one. I was going to push that aside, and I think they're about 7 centimeters or so. So it's about 6.5. So if you cut your cardstock down to 7 centimeters, you're going to be really efficient with your paper because our paper is 21 centimeters wide. Does that make sense? The same thing for getting to order. So I hit the blade with the sanding block to tidy out. Yeah, it's really helpful with the block. I don't know if I want to use that one. Let's get. I keep going and licking my finger like when I got to pick stuff up, and it licks my band-aid. It's not real clever, is it? All right. So I'm just going to trim some 7 centimeter panels down here. Actually, we could use both sides of that. So we got that one there. I don't know about that one. That's just a bit of a plain old stripy one. What have we got in here? That's circles. I'm just trying to pick some with like interesting. Oh, this one looks good. Let's use this one. And we'll go with this one here. Right, so this is just going to show you a quick way, because Christmas coming up, and I don't know about you, hands up, but you leave things till the last minute and you want to cut and make a whole heap of Christmas cards if you don't have already in your stash. So you want to cut a few at a time, right? So this is one way that we can do quick cards and make it like a lot quickly. So I'm going to put 2 pieces of DSP together there, and I'm going to run that through and cut this one up like this. So I have eczema or psoriasis, one of the two, I don't know what it is, on this thumb here that keeps flaring up in the joint. So it covers like that whole joint and it gets really painful, and every time I touch something it hurts. And then this one, I get splits on the end of my fingers, I think from working with the cardboard at work. It's either the cardboard or the detergents that we use at work, even though I wear gloves still, I don't know. But anyway, I get a lot of splits on my fingers, so that's why I got so many band-aids on my fingers at the moment. Alright, so I'm just going to cut a few of these out, just because it's like they're, a good shape to use. Alright, so we're going to just run through, do a few of these, like that. Now what colour, we were going to go cherry cobbler with it. Do we need to pick another colour? Do we want to go like cherry cobbler and like garden green, or like another green, or what colour? What other colour, let me know, should I pick? Probably not cherry cobbler and real red, because they're very similar. So we want to do Christmassy colours. So what colour would we do? Cherry cobbler, real red, whatever. Oh, look at that. How good would this look? Actually, I'm going to keep that. That'd look really cool on a scrapbook page, like a photo strip. Look at that. And you could put photos in there on a scrapbook page. How awesome would that look? Shaded spruce. Thanks, Megan. That'll do. Let's grab some shaded spruce. Surely I might have some scrap stuff in here ready that I could do. Suppose not. Let me grab. Oh no, that's a card base already cut. We don't want to wreck that one. Is that a small? That's a small scrappy bit. That'll do. All right, and we'll just cut some of these out. Or you all go for shaded spruce. All right, so we're going to use shaded spruce, and actually we'll do some cherry cobbler as well while we're going. And let me grab out another scrappy bit. Let's see if we can cut 2 of these at the same time. That would be handy, wouldn't it? If we could go 2. Oh, that might be a bit dicey, but let's see. and the fact that I'm running it through straight and not on an angle might be even more dicier. You should always run your dies through on an angle, or this one is an open die, so we should be okay with it. That was it. Yep, that worked well. Alright, so we've got that one there, and then we're just going to cut one more just so that we've got a couple, and then we can do some choosing, can't we? Alright, so we'll go one more here, like so. So I think it's all about quick cards, right? Now if you can get, 2 cards or 4 cards made in, half an hour, I think that's pretty quick. Well, it didn't quite cut through that, but that's alright, we can trim that up. Alright, so let me move that over there. This is because I cut it straight. See, this is why you don't cut through on the straight panel. So I'm just going to trim this up here. I could run it back through, but it'll just be quicker to cut it with the snips. And you know me, I'm a lazy crafter. If I can avoid doing things twice, I do. Nobody wants to do things twice, do they? Alright, so now we've got like our few panels here. We've got our DSP panels here as well. And then we've got our card bases. So now what we need to do is grab, here we go, in here. We're going to grab our little people. So I think we'll use the little snowman, and because we're only going to do 2 cards, and the Santa. So we'll use those 2. And then we're going to stamp them down just on some white cardstock. Ooh. Makes it real painful when your fingers are sore, doesn't it? Oh no. He sent me one and we were eating orange chicken together, and then he rang me and said, I'm going to put a post up. I've made all of these photos with us together. And yeah, we had gone and visited all the different sites around his hometown in Nebraska. So he was having a play this morning when he should have been working, but he wasn't. He should have been making cards. Like us all, we all get distracted by little, things that we should and shouldn't be doing. I know for me, Facebook is a huge distraction when I get sidetracked, and we probably, need to be working and concentrating more. Alright, so we're just going to stamp down the little Santa. How cute is he? And we're going to stamp down the little snowman there. And you know what I should have done? I should have die cut out. I'm going to just put these on here to let them clean themselves, because that's what they do on our beautiful chamois. I should have die cut out some of the little Christmas trees, but I can do that. Alright, so we're going to colour these guys in. So I'm just going to use some cherry cobbler. I'm going to use light cherry cobbler. He is very tall, Megan, and Scott, my other friend Scott, is even taller as well. Scott's about the same height as Lukey, so I feel like a midget when I'm with those two over there. So can't wait for backstage in 28 days. It's going to be amazing. I get to go and stay with Scott at his house in Vegas, so it's going to be super fun. And flying over with my friend Fiona from New Zealand. If you don't know Fiona Carson, and you follow me but you don't follow Fiona Carson, jump over and have a look at her Facebook page. Fiona Carson, Independent Stampin' Demonstrator. She's an amazing woman. Goes live on a Tuesday night and a Sunday night. So I'm picking her up on the way. Alright, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm just going to come in and do every second one. You don't need to see me or watch me colour, so we're just going to do this really, really quickly because you guys know how to colour. And then we will pick out, I'll grab my shaded spruce blending pens. So I'm just going to use the light one. Oh, no I'm not, that's not going to use that one. That's split, I'm going to use this one. Alright. We do that there. Actually, I like that. That looks good together. So we're going to give the snowman a bit of a two-tone hat here. Should I do his scarf in cherry cobbler, or should I do his scarf in shaded spruce? What do you reckon? Let me know. Oh, I missed the banner of the cherry cobbler. Hey Harry, how you going? Haven't, and I've just made new shelving made to fit the extended range of. Oh yes, isn't that annoying when you do that? I know my shelving unit that I had on my desk was all set up for the Stampin' Up cases, and even the new shelving storage that I've got in the craft room there, in the studio, has got all of the Stampin' Die cases on it. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at it. Cherry cobbler, you reckon? Scarf in shaded spruce. Well, we got 2 votes for cherry cobbler and 1 for shaded spruce. So let's see. So that was just Timid Tiger for his little nose. And then I'm just going to get a bit of Pool Party and just quickly go around the edge here. I like to do this with snowmen and just a little bit off to the side because it just sort of gives a bit of a shadow. And it makes it look like he's, got a bit of snow on him. So we don't need to colour him in fully as such, just to make in a few shadows on there like that. Cherry cobbler, shaded spruce, cherry cobbler. Looks like cherry cobbler's winning. So I don't know how I could do both Megan on his little scarf. There's no set like break-up pieces. So we're just gonna colour it in one colour. And then of course I'm gonna get my Wink of Stella out because there's snowmen, and we're going to put a bit of Wink on the brim of the hat here. So I'm at home all alone. Well, I'm not alone. I've got the 2 dogs. If you can hear Drax in the background snoring his little head off, we've got Drax and Romy here. But the boys have gone to work today. So Freddie's gone off to work and Lukey's gone off to work, and I'm all by myself. So I've been up since 5:30. And been playing in the craft room on a few different things. So what do you do when you get up early? Do you just go in and watch some telly or have a cuppa, or what do you do when you get up early? Sometimes in summer I tend to come over here into the craft room because it's a bit warmer than in winter, and I come over and play in the craft room. I'm just colouring the Santa's face in because he looks a bit pale without colour on his face. So I'm using the light SU 900 just to quickly colour in his face here. I'm not going to do too much shading, just going to colour in that. So there we go. YouTube. Yeah, that's a downfall too, isn't it? You get stuck watching YouTube and all the different reels on YouTube. It's alright, so we're going to now die cut these little guys out with the dies that come in the stamp set. When you buy the bundle you get a discount, so is that the one I want? Yep, that's the one I want. So we're going to do that one there and that one there, and then let's just do a few of these little snowflakes just because we can. They're not those ones, and I'm going to do a couple of these little label dies here like that. So definitely a crafting day. There's rain in Wellington today. Oh, that's definitely a crafting day. Definitely. Housework or craft, Glenda? Well, that sounds... The housework bit, no, not so exciting. Craft exciting, yes. YouTube isn't... Yeah, YouTube's bad. You get stuck on it and then you fall down a rabbit hole. But, it's how we learn too. And I'm a big one that you learn every day. So, if YouTube helps us learn, so be it. That's what I reckon. Alright, so I'm just going to cut out another one of these so we've got something for our sentiment to go on to. Like so. Now see these little stars that have fallen out of my die here? We're going to keep those, but they're stuck to my my filthy mat here. Because these we can use as little embellishments. So we're just going to use those. Like that. Now there's only 4 of them, which is, we won't be using all of them obviously because there's only 4. So I've card class today and then I need to make a special birthday card. Oh, that sounds exciting. Alright, so now we're going to get to the nitty gritty. We need to do a card like a front. So let's just grab 2 pieces of white here. I'm using up all my inside whites that I have cut, but that's alright. and I just need to trim it down. So I've got 2 white pieces here, and I'm just going to go 10 centimeters by 14.3, or 14.4 actually, 14.4. Can you hear Drax in the background snoring his little head off? Goodness me. He's right under the desk in that little, in their little bed, and he's just going for it, snoring away. Romy not so much. They're both crawled up in that little bed. Alright, so I'm just going to run this through our Forever Plaid embossing folder, and because we want to make a different card, I'm going to use the dotted circle embossing folder as well. You can hear them, Julie. Yeah, that's what I sleep next to, and that's him and Brett, should I say. They don't synchronize their snore. One goes and then the other one goes. So I'm just going to run those through the embossing folder. He is quite loud, and I find it depends on which way he sleeps. Like if he sleeps one way or the other, it like if he's laying like flat out like a lizard, he snores. But if he sort of sits up and sleeps, he doesn't tend to snore as much. Right now he's laying flat out like a lizard, so that's why he's snoring in excess. And I don't have the heart to wake him up. You can hear rain or a fan. Oh, there's no fan on and there's no rain. So it probably is Drax's snoring you can hear, Glenda. Alright, so we're going to pop this one on here like that. So we're just going to glue that one down. And my glue gun's run out, so I've got to go back to the U-Butte combo. So we're going to glue that one down like that. And then on the white one, I don't know if we go white. I think we'll go white on white. That'll look alright. We're going to do some white on white here. So like I said, these are just quick cards to make. And you don't have to do this, you know, Christmas. You can do these any colours, I suppose. Yeah, well, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. White noise, yeah, no, sometimes yes, sometimes no. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut these. I've got 2 there, so I may not use those 2, but we'll see. So I'm just going to cut these. I'm going to do 4. What have I got here? 4, yep. So I'm going to grab them, put them all together, and then I'm just going to tuck them in. Now you could do this with any die. You could do it with the Everyday Archers dies, you could do it with a rectangle or a circle die, but I'm just going to cut a bit off the top here. So I'm going to say maybe 5 centimeters. How tall are they? So they're about 9.5 centimeters. So if I do, I'm going to do 5. I'm going to do 5 centimeters. So I just want to make sure that they're all nice and straight. So I've just cut them in half, right? And then we're just going to glue those onto these panels here like so. And you can do either way. You can flip them. So don't forget, you've got like lots of different patterns that you can do. So we could do, you know, you could do your Christmas tree, or you could do the stars, or you could do the baubles, or you could do the pattern. I think I'm going to do the baubles on that one. So I think that's what I'm going to do. What have we got here? Oh, we got that one. Maybe that one might be a bit too plain. I'm not gonna waste that bauble one. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do 2 the same. So then we're just going to glue that panel on to the bottom of our card here. So it's kind of like working with, have you ever heard of the trading cards? there was trade, you know, you do trading cards and they're a certain size and a certain diameter. So this is kind of like working with a trading card. You've only got that certain little piece to work with. And I kind of like it because it doesn't overwhelm me when I work with like these tiny little panels. And then you can just stick that onto a card front when you're done. Alright, so I'm just going to line that up. Thank goodness for green glue that we can maneuver around. Alright, so I'm going to do this here. And that's going to go onto here. Like that. So essentially I'm making extra pieces here because then I can make more cards because they're really quick to do. And like that there. Alright, so then see how you get, and you could emboss these bits as well. You know, there's lots of different things that you can do. So then we're going to grab, oh, you know what I didn't die cut? The little Christmas trees. We're going to grab our little Santa and our snowman like that. Actually, I think I'm going to go like that. Let's do the Santa on the green. And then we've got these little snowflakey things here. You can't pick anything up with the band-aids on your fingers either. Driving me nuts. So you got your little snowflakes that we've got here, like that. And we're going to stamp our little sentiments down. So I've got all of these here that I can then use on another couple of cards. Alright, and I could, you know, do the little elf and whatnot. So let's do, we wish you a Merry Christmas, and we'll do Santa Claus is coming to town. So I think we'll stamp, let me get the shaded spruce ink and the cherry cobbler, and we'll do one in each, and we'll put, so I think we'll put we wish you a Merry Christmas in the green, and we'll put that with the little, with this little dude here, and then we will put, move that so I don't stick my finger in it, and we'll put Santa Claus is coming to town in the cherry cobbler, like that. We'll put that with this guy, like so. And I do need to die cut some of those little trees. So let's grab that little tree here and that little tree here, and we'll use the, go into my scrappy pouch of shaded spruce here. I'll just quickly die cut some of these out. So I think you don't have to do like a lot. But I might just do one of each just so that you can see what they look like when they're die cut. So we've got this one here, little Christmas tree, and then you've got this one here, which is the little round one. And you know what, I'm actually going to change them around. And you've even got this little bit here, which, you know, because I'm a hoarder, that I would probably use and keep and use on something else, because like it kind of looks like, I don't know if you can see that, kind of looks like a dead Christmas tree. Maybe you could use that for a Happy New Year card. Happy New Year, now get your tree out of the house, or something like that. I don't know. Use this. Yeah, I know I should, shouldn't I, Mary? That would be smarter. Alright, so I'm actually going to swap these around. I'm going to put that one there, and I'm going to do that there, that and that, like that. Alright, so let's go. We're going to stick these down. I'm going to put some dimensionals on here, and we're going to stick them down to the card. So it's just another way that you can use the dies and, you know, cut them in half. As I said, I chopped off that little thing because I'm not going to use it as a tag. Well, I will use it as a tag, but not today. I want to use it today as a tag. So I'm going to pop that one on there like so. And then I'm going to grab this little snowman here. And I only want to chuck half of him on. So I'm only going to put dimensionals on half of him here. Like that. And I'm going to go like that there. And then we'll put our little sentiment down. Put some little dimensionals. Now he sounds like he's dying. He can't start his motor. We'll do that there. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And then see all of these little guys here. We're going to grab our glue. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then use my sticky tool thingy. I'm going to hang that one off the edge there. Going to go like that there. And then use these little guys here. Like that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Like so. And that just sort of fills up that greenery bit at the top there, and it uses all the bits that we have. Like that. So there's that one there. See how super cute is that? Right, and then we'll grab our little Santa and we'll, oh, wrong lid, that doesn't work back. We'll do our Santa now. So I'm going to pop some dimensionals on the back of this one again. And this way too, by doing this, I'm going to show you another tip by doing it like this. If you want to hang about, just let me stick this down. I'm going to show you an extra tip. I'm going to go like this here. And then I'm going to pop our little Santa down the bottom. So it's a relative way to get, you know, a couple of cards really quick. Well, that's what I think anyway. Put our Santa down there. I need some mini dimensionals for the back of my Christmas tree here. Not the back of my Christmas tree, not the front. 1, 2. And then I need a little tiny bit at the top there. So I'm going to have to snip that. I wish they made really super, super tiny ones. That would be really handy. Super, super skinny, tiny. Like that. Put that up there. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to lift his little arm up there and tuck that one under there like that. And then that one I was going to tuck there like that. So I'm just going to put the dimensionals on there because that's where I want it to stick. Like that. And then my sentiment, I'm going to go up here like that. So I need some dimensionals on the back of that. And then I'm going to get in my other favourite gems at the moment. I'm going to do that like that. So there we go, look at that. Like how super quick and easy is it with these little guys? And we've coloured in and everything, right? So then let's grab these online exclusive, the faceted snowflakes. Any of you got these? These are just, look, I've already used the green ones nearly. Wonder why, because, you know, green's favourite and all. But super cute. So I'm going to use the green ones on this. I'm going to go 1. Oh, I just lost the little doodad there. A little sticky doodad. There we go. I'm going to go 2. And then stick another little one. Go down here. No, that doesn't look right there. Over here. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So, there you go. 2 super quick cards just by cutting your designer series paper in half. You can flip it round and make it work both ways. Alright, so the other little tip I want to share with you, so let's pretend that this is the one that we've got here, right? Now, if you wanted it to go and take up more of your card front, what you can do is you can add this on, but you can actually then pull it down like this. So you can make that top piece taller, so see how it's straight away going to make it like, you know, a couple of centimeters taller. You could take it right down to the bottom there and make it like a super tall one, and then you could put your Santa on there and your sentiment across the bottom there. So it's just another way that you can extend your dies and make them do more shapes than what they're actually meant to do. So I hope that tip's handy for you. Like we've just stuck them on now for like a quickness to make it the same, but you don't have to. So like you could even go and have the two tones together like this. So you could stamp it down and make it an extra long one like that. Alright, so there you go. Now let me show you what I did with my other samples with these guys, because it's really, really cute. So I used the Traditions of Christmas for these guys, and I made a little Elfie one with the Traditions of Christmas. So the same sort of thing. I've used the embossing folders in the background, and I've cut my designer series paper in half. I've embossed on the tag to make it like, you know, a different coloured tag, and then I made the little snowman, but all using that Traditions of Christmas paper as well. So, you know, there's a couple of cute little cards, really, really quick, and the background colours, you just pick as to whatever colour you want to use in it, and you don't have to use just the, you know, Christmas ones. So let me show you what we did actually in class during the week. We used the Gathering Together paper, I think it's called, and we did the same thing with the Arches dies. So we used the top and the bottom, and we cut the bottom off. So we've just stamped a sentiment on the bottom there, and then on this one here I used the top of it, and we did the happy birthday across the top. So, you know, you're just going to swap and change it around. So I hope that's some, you know, really, wow, cute cards. I have to go and deal with a wet fluffy, oh goodness me, wet fluffy cat. That sounds wet. Alright guys, so I hope you have a great weekend. If you try some of those cards and you're in my Craft with Bet group, please go and post some of those cards in the Craft with Bet group. I'd love to see what you create using that technique and your, you know, chopping your dies down. And do any of you cut your dies? Like, I know I've cut few of my tag dies because I didn't want them to be tags. I just wanted them to be shapes, and I think it gives us that extra, you know, the extra in our crafting arsenal. Is that what you want to call it? Yeah. Alright guys, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Don't forget the join offer at the moment, $60 to join Stampin' Up, $235 worth of product. Always a great deal to join, but even so, more so better now. If you've got, sorry, that's Luke. I don't know why Lukey's calling me from work, but anyway. What else have we got on? Oh, there's always something happening. We've got class on in, not next week, but the week. Oh, let me show you one of the cards that you'll create. If you come to my Traditions of Christmas class, which is not next week, but the week after, let me show you. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of one of the cards we're going to make. It's got a fair few pieces to it, but it's going to be an amazing card. Are you ready? Look at this. Ready? Oh, what? Oh my goodness, how cool is that? So if you come to class, that's one of the cards we're going to be making in the Traditions of Christmas class. So you can still sign up for it. I'll post the link up in the comment section if you want to come along. It's $35. You get to make 3 cards, and it's here in the studio. Or I do the takeaway option as well. So, and I also do it if you buy 65. It says 90 on the thing, but I've changed it now. It's $65 worth of product. I'll send you the class kit for free if you buy $65 worth of product from my online store. So, great card. I can't wait to teach everybody that. So, all right, guys, have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you on Wednesday for Wing It Wednesday at 8 o'clock. If not, I'll see you here next Saturday for Breakfast with Beth. All right, bye for now.